I mean, we've been doing it. It's not something that we're doing every single day. I think we're picking days to kind of work on it. I'd rather work on one side for that day just to get more reps at it as opposed to going over there for a rep here or there. Something that we're going to continue to do.
What are the challenges or what are the differences when you're flipping sides?
I mean, I've talked about this a bunch. I think it's just something that's not as comfortable, but working on getting it to be more comfortable.
You've been on a lot of defenses and gone through this process several years here at training camp. Is this the best defense you've been a part of so far?
It's too early to tell. Everybody looks good this time of year until we get into a stadium with another team, until we allow the offense to continue to make more adjustments, to attack us differently, allow us to make more adjustments, to see how many guys are willing to tackle. All of those things are still yet to be determined.
Will there be a point in practice where you do flip from side to side within the same practice to simulate like you might do in a game?
Very likely. I mean, don't rule that out.
TJ, how's Jack assimilating himself into the room?
He's a big guy, a guy that has been a sponge. He's asking all the right questions. I see continual improvement from him. He's been a great rookie so far, and I think he has a very high ceiling.
Where have you seen Nick Herbin kind of make some jumps? I know he trained with you a little bit in the offseason, was under your wing all last year. Just where have you seen him grow so far?
He's so hungry. He really is. He's a very hungry individual, asking the right questions still to this day, and just constantly working, whether it's pre-practice with nobody out there, post-practice, just working new moves. He's not afraid to fail, but he doesn't fail much. It's been fun to watch him grow.
TJ, he told us that Mike Tomlin gives him a lot of grief about his run stop. How much have you seen that improve over his time here?
Yeah, he's done a great job. I think that's the biggest key to being an outside linebacker here is you want to be a well-rounded player. And not only for yourself, but for the whole team, and you want to be reliable. And I think he's working his way towards that. And as a smaller body guy, he's put on some weight. He's trained with me in the offseason. He's stronger than ever, and it's been fun to see him attack the run like he has.
We've talked to guys like Patrick and Peyton at the inside linebacker spot. They said they're excited because they're blitzing a lot more, and they're coming with you in the blitz. What does that do for you as an edge rusher to have other linebackers coming from different spots also, occasionally rushing with?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, Peyton's playing fast, PQ's playing fast, both of them second year in the system. Anytime you get those huggers coming as quickly as they are, it allows us to have those one-on-one pass rush opportunities, or it even allows for a potential miss-up where one of us is running free. So the quicker those guys play, the better it is for everybody.
TJ, you said you wanted to age like Cam, or at least use him as an example. As you get older, how much of a focus is the power part of your game when you're going to be, at the end of this contract 34 and the explosiveness might not be the same as it is right now?
I mean, I like to think the explosiveness is always going to be there. Obviously, realistically, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, it still is right now. But it's just constantly finding new ways to win, evolving with the game. Like Coach T says, adapt or die. But at the end of the day, if you have a fastball that works, keep throwing the fastball.
Along the lines of Chris's question about the linebacker splits, it also seems like you're bringing a lot of nickel pressures. What's the benefit when you have a nickel like Jalen Ramsey, rushing off the edge along with you?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you never know where Jalen's going to be. You never know what he's going to do. And the better that we disguise, the better that everybody eats. So I'm really looking forward to continuing to get better in our disguise in the back end, helping them up front as well.
Dunbar's helped with, obviously, Jared Allen, Cam Hayward. What kind of things has he done to help you try to prolong your career the way that some of those guys have and did?
I think taking care of us, making sure that even if we want to practice, making us take days off, and just being smart. I think more than anything, when you play for Carl Dunbar and Denzel Martin, you want to turn on the film and see physical football players using their hands, turning their hips, making sure those things are ready so that when it's game time, we don't have to warm up to it.
How do you balance not practicing all the time, knowing that you will be doing some different things this year in the rush? I mean, is it tough to not go out there and want to practice it all the time and just get as familiar as you can with it?
Yeah, I think it's a push and pull. I mean, in 2021, I didn't practice with the team at all and felt really good going into the season. As the years go on, I don't practice as much, but I still feel good, and it's just a matter of getting that individual work, working on the right side, running hoops and doing things, sometimes almost as a benefit as opposed to wasting that rep in live action.
DJ, did you adjust, and if so, how much, getting ready for season as you get older?
I think it's just being more and more comfortable with the system, not feeling like I have to be ready right now. Even though I feel great, it's just a slow ramp up, a slow build to the season. I don't have to have my best days right now. I can continue to try new things and have fun with it. Me and Herb and Alex are trying this new pass rush move we've been working on all off season. and it hasn't been working out really well. So I think we're probably to the point of the offseason, or like the start of the season, where you ditch that move and you get back to what you're doing. Stuff like that is fun this time of year.
TJ, how much do you pay attention to sack totals as a defense? You guys were kind of middle of the road last year. Do you think about wanting to be top 5, wanting to be top 10, and what's the ceiling for this group?
Yeah, I mean, my first couple of years we were always at the top. I think we can definitely be better, but at the end of the day, I think splash is always on our mind. We talk about splash each and every week, whether that's sacks, TFLs, tip passes, picks, anything that we can do to affect the offense and deliver the ball in good field position for our offense is something we're always talking about.
TJ, I apologize, I might have missed this the cart in the background, but when you're going up against Fowtown and Cal, you're seeing him develop and come along now that he's healthy, as he's described it, a redshirt season under his belt. How's he doing when you're facing him?
Yeah, I think he's getting better each and every day. I think he's a very physical, a very quick tackle, very athletic. He can recover really well. I think he's just getting his confidence under him, trying to give him a myriad of things where I can bull rush him to get his confidence in that knee, and then also just trying to work some things. It's fun to go up against a young guy like that who's really athletic.
There had been a lot of talk that he was on a really good track prior to his injury last year. Have you seen him manage to get back to that, if not beyond, now that he's been healthy?
Yeah, I think he's doing some really good things this camp, and it's only going to get better the more and more reps that he gets.
When it comes to the cornerbacks, it seems like you guys have, you guys with Ramsey, with Slay, with Joey, you guys are going to be able to run a lot more press man. What does that kind of stuff on the back end help you guys do as pass rushers?
Yeah, I mean, rush and coverage goes together, and we've said that from day one. Anytime that they can give us just an extra half a second or a tenth of a second is going to be huge for us, and anytime that we can affect the quarterbacks can be huge for them as well, so we work together.
It looked like on Sunday that eventually it was Sunday was that it was you, YA, and Keanu, basically all the young guys in at the same time. What's that been like, working with those guys in particular as younger guys in this defensive line?
KB, like I said, KB, this is his third year, so he know what it is in this league. Me and YA, like I said, KB, Cam, TJ, all been great vets. It feels good to see the future of the D-line and see how we can really compete together at a high level.
What kind of resources Keanu been having been in your position just a couple years ago?
A very great resource, man. Always giving my tips and reminders and just telling me little details on the front end and back end of things. And I take a lot of things from the older guys because, like I said, they've been in this world before, been in the world a long time. So I'm just trying to pick everybody's brain in that room.
Derrick, kind of a out of left field question, but growing up, did you watch a lot of the Steelers defense? And if so, like, what did you kind of know about the identity of this group?
Yes and no. What I've seen is there's a lot of hard-nosed football around here, man. A defense with some attitude to them. They got to compete at a high level, man, and you got to have that little edge to you to play on this defense.
I feel like you guys are getting there?
Most definitely. Yes, sir.
Patrick Queen said over the weekend, I asked him about, like, you guys not just going after the quarterback, not just going after the run, but also keeping the linebackers clean. He said that's something you guys already were comfortable doing, and asking him, hey, are we doing this right when you got here? What's that been like, keeping that as part of your game, and how long has that been something that you've always been focusing on?
Just from my defense in college, from Michigan State to Oregon, I take pride in that run. And if my linebackers is free to shoot that gap and where I got them two big guys on me, hey, let's make a play. I feel like that's my play too, because I helped them two O-linemen up for my linebacker to make that play. So it excites me like I made the tackle too.
Have you seen had those moments where you're holding up your guys and all of a sudden you see the Queen or Wilson just fly through and make a play?
Most definitely, man. You see all the film these past few padded practices.
Feel at all connected with Harmon and Black? You guys are all kind of brought here for the same purpose.
Yeah, I mean, us three got a great relationship as well with other guys too. So, knowing that we're the new guys here, the new class, and coming in together, being here since rookie OTAs with each other, so we've got a good chance to develop a friendship and a relationship out on the football field as well.
Going off of that, how excited are you to get into your first NFL game this weekend?
Yeah, super excited. It's gonna be pretty cool, being able to put the pads on and get out in the stadium for the first time as a Steeler. So, we're all really anxious about it, looking forward to it and preparing as much as we can.
What has been your biggest adjustment, Jeff?
I just think that, just taking the steps and to learn the way that we do things here and trying to learn as much as I can from TJ and those guys. And Nick Herbig's been great, Alex Highsmith. They've all been super good with all of us young guys and helping us, elevate our growth and continue to take steps in the right direction every day.
What's it been like? You see him from the outside and then you interact with him. Is it weird to have TJ Watt showing you what you're doing?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, no better guy you'd want to learn from, and he's been great. Good guy off the field too. So being able to learn from him and see how he attacks, every day, whether it's on the field or off the field in recovery, it's been great for me already.
What's the biggest thing you learned as an Ohio State Buckeye with a competition to be able to perform at this level?
Yeah, I think it's just we always playing at Ohio State, we're playing against the best in the country week in and week out, and obviously in the playoffs, we played 4 of the best teams in the country 4 straight weeks. So I think just going against guys who are going to play at the next level, which we're at now, is prepared us and helped us.
What's your thoughts of Latrobe in the first couple weeks of camp?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful out here. This is awesome. We get to come to a destination camp and get away and just be here focused on ball, and it's been fun, and I like the competitiveness to it, and it's been fun.
Are the techniques that much different at this level, or is it just going against better people?
Well, I mean, you're going against better people, and there's some different things to learn to help your game at this next level since it's different, but nothing too different, but just trying to pick up as much as I can.
Jack, I know it's practice.
A lot's been made of TJ switching sides at the pass rush. How much does that help you and some of the other younger pass rushers?
Yeah, I think that we're all trying to be as versatile as we can be. So playing both sides of the ball, so teams can't game plan for the best player in the league. Definitely will help him, and obviously helps us too. Gives us a chance to rush from a different side and feel the game out from both sides. So I think it's beneficial to everybody.
In college, were you primarily one side, or did you switch sides, rush from different positions?
Yeah, I would rush from both sides. Last year I played a lot on the left just because me and JT just got in a groove on the sides we were playing at. So, but being able to get here and being able to play both sides, feel comfortable doing both.
How tough is it to be comfortable doing both? I mean, how different are the moves coming from either side?
I mean, they're the same. It's just working on the opposite side. You're kind of twisting and turning on the other side of your body. So something you got to get used to in practice. But it's been going good.
Jack, how well do you feel like you know the playbook at this point?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel confident in what I know and knowing the defense and being able to do my job out there. So I think for me, just continue to study it and continue to practice it, and hopefully by the time game rolls around this weekend, be ready to roll.
Did you feel like you learned about, specifically in the pass rush department, some of those one-on-one reps you get? What do you feel like you learned about maybe the way your game plays at this level in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think I'm a versatile player. I think I can, I got good power and I'm able to bend as well. And I think that the way we play our defense allows you to showcase all that and be able to use, every facet of your game that you can use. So I think it's been good.
Is there any one thing TJ has shown you, a move or anything that's coming in handy?
I think he's he's been great with me. So he's been trying to help me, refine and retool all my moves and give me little tips and tricks that he does when he does certain moves that I like to use. And I just try to pick up everything he tells me. So I'm trying to be a sponge.
What's kind of your mindset going into this game week, and what ways are you hoping to see your game kind of jump in these next couple of days heading into the game?
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, super excited. First time, first professional game, for all of us rookies and first-time guys. Even though it's preseason, we're treating it as if it's a game because first time you get to suit up and run and play against someone else at this level. So, hope just looking for a good week of practice, preparing as much as we can. Keeping your body in check and doing all the stuff you need to do so when you hit the field, you're ready to play.
Jack, what's one aspect of your game that you feel like you've really improved upon so far throughout training camp?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to improve in all areas. Obviously, we all are, but I think I'm just making steps daily in all the right areas, and just looking forward to continue to grow in every facet of the game. Not really just hone in on one, but really try to work at the whole body of work and get better in all areas. Thanks, guys.
It seemed like that connection between you and Aaron Rodgers has really been growing today. How do you feel like that's been developing through camp?
I'm just taking it step by step, day by day. I tell myself, don't get too high, don't get too low, just be consistent and just keep chipping away. So, you guys like to say showed up today, but just come back tomorrow and try to repeat it.
Is it still good to see, actually make some catches and find that connection? It's one thing to talk about and go through, but to actually see it coalesce and actually show up on the field today, does that make it feel better?
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like you're really smooth in and out of your breaks at several different levels of your routes. What has Zach and Johnny been working on with you to try to make you think sharper with you?
We're talking about right now, I get kind of wide in my stance. He wants me to get more, get my feet in front of myself, which I actually need to work on. Like edge break, top end, a lot of different things. Coming negative out my breaks, it's just, it's been a real blessing working with Coach Z.
Do you feel like you're taking big strides out here at camp, or is it like a 3% every day?
Just taking it day by day.
How do you feel like your route running is coming when you line up on the outside?
It's been good. Like I said, day by day, inside, outside, wherever I'm lining up at. If I say it's good, it could always get better, so just take it day by day.
Earlier in camp, when there were misconnections between you and Aaron, what's the conversations like? Because it seems like he's very hands-on in terms of explaining things and kind of walking you through.
It's been pretty good. I feel like no matter where you go and you got new guys coming around who've been in different things, you know, it takes a second for it to click, and you know, just keep working on it.
What happened on the sliding catch to start 7 shots? That's a good way to start practice.
Just a little bit of a scramble drill. He threw a good ball, just trying to make a play.
The 2-minute drill, did he get a hand on it, or Eccles?
Man, I'm out to look at the film for that one. But I wish I would have made a better play.
Who do you feel like's been like your rival as far as the corners, or who you've been going up against the most here at camp?
I don't know. You might have to ask someone else. I don't feel like I have a rival yet, but maybe soon. Maybe soon.
When everything clicks, how do you feel like your skill set could fit Aaron? Because, I mean, you did a lot with in-breaking routes in college and good route runner underneath. How do you feel like that meshes with some of the things that Aaron wants and is looking for?
Kind of just like what you said, just being open, deep down the field, intermediate down the field, low crosses, things like that. You know, just trying to be open at all times. You know, I want him to want to use me, and I want to be that guy. So.
A lot of people talk about Rogers, obviously, he's a Hall of Famer. Will Howard's new. Mason's new to you. You worked with him last year. What have you learned about catching passes from Mason?
From Mason?
Yeah.
What have I learned from catching passes from Mason?
How's your guys?
I mean, he's my his locker's next to mine. We talk a lot of ball, talk a lot of film. I just like working with him. He's just a guy, just like, man, just get open. I'm gonna feed you the ball. So I just like his trust, his confidence, and I love playing with him.
Calvin said last week that you two have worked together really closely the past while. What's it been like working with him, and how does he help you get better even when he's not out here the last couple practice?
Yeah, I was just talking to someone about this over there. Just going through my injuries helped me a lot, gave me a lot of advice, gave me a lot of wisdom. It's helped me out on the football field a lot. And, you know, I look up to him. He's like a big brother, and I feel like he's always got the right answers for me.
This is your first chance to play in Pittsburgh again since all that started. Like, how special is that going to be, and what are you expecting in terms of a response when you do play at home again?
Well, we go to Jacksonville Saturday, and then Buccaneers at home after that. So, yeah, I mean it's a one of one sort of a stadium with the feel of the Yinzer's best. It's exciting to be back. You know, just such a historic football city. Fans are awesome, so it'll be fun.
And when you've gotten back here, what have you felt in terms of your return here to Latrobe and sort of meeting with the fans again?
Yeah, I mean, the warmest of welcomes. I think makes you appreciate training camp here with all these fans and them sitting through hot practices to cheer us on. And it's special. People are come on from all over the country on a family vacation and save up for this all year to get a few signatures and watch some football. So we always try to put on a show for them if we can.
Mike Tomlin talked about the energy in practice today. You guys didn't necessarily have to warm up to it. Was that sort of your sense, given that there's a game at the end of this week? What was sort of the mood here?
Yeah, I think anytime you got a game sitting waiting on you at the end of the week, you're a little bit more motivated. And I just feel like we as an offense are starting to, you know, we've had about a week, 10 days into camp, and we're starting to understand. There's been a lot of new installs Arthur's thrown at us. I think the guys have really handled it well.
What do you think the biggest thing is for preseason, you know, that you guys are going to try to do on offense? Just really try to gel and mesh and kind of get that playbook under control with the other new guys?
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of the rookies' first time suiting up, and but you know, we got to go execute, and it's a boring cliche answer, but we got to go play well. And preseason games are always sort of interesting, and you're in for a few series and you're out, and you kind of got to get warmed up depending on when you're playing in the game quickly. But that's just sort of the life of a backup quarterback, and I think it prepares you well for the regular season.
Have you been given any indication about your division of labor for Saturday yet?
No.
Not just for Jacksonville or even for Tampa, but like that's going to be your story anyway, isn't it? Like not knowing what your role is going to have to be at any given moment. Have you gotten used to that?
Yeah, it helps you become light on your feet. Anxiety levels are always a little high, but they pay us well, so it's we'll just suck it up. But it's fun.
When you went to Tennessee, did you ever envision yourself putting on this uniform again?
I didn't. I was just. I don't really know the answer to that. I was sort of focused on doing my job there, and I didn't think it would be this soon. I didn't think I'd be back this soon, no.
Mason, what does having Johnny Smith and Pat Farmer do as an offense to have two guys like that out there at the same time?
That's great. I think they complement each other very well. Pat's been a big leader for our team. He's really become much more vocal the last couple of years, which is cool because I think he's naturally a bit of a quieter guy, but he has really stepped up to the plate, and we feel his presence in practice and in the locker room. So he's awesome, and then John, who's really come in and played well. He doesn't look like a guy going into year 9. He's very much in shape, explosive. I think we can do a lot with him, put him in different spots, and they'll complement each other well.
This offense has had that 2 tight end thing when Arthur had Jonnu in before, actually 2 different stops. What does it specifically do well for this offense? Why is it such a fit for what Art's trying to do?
Because he likes to run the ball, and I think when you can get in those heavy sets of tight ends, you can kind of sort of dictate the coverage. That when you get into big personnel, teams only have they don't have the Rolodex of coverage and blitz and pressure looks that they do when you're in 11 personnel. It seems to be it's always much more vanilla.